Go. Hey, right?
Pizza!
Pizza party!
Turtles!
Oh, my Lord. I'm excited, everybody. So here we are. This has been a stream we've been very excited about. It seems like the internet is abuzz with the Turtles. The trailer went out live this morning. Very exciting. I think people seem to really enjoy it, and they got to see kind of, there's a lot of questions about how this is going to work, and some answers have been given today on the internet. Yes. So we have the Turtles today. I'm really excited. They're a ton of fun to play, and we're going to go through them today. So here's the schedule. We're going to talk for a second about things that are happening.
Chit-chat.
We're going to go through the Turtles. We're going to have a Turtle lantern battle.
Yeah, okay, sure.
And then we're going to, after that, talk about some balance changes.
Yes, there are balance changes, as we've done with every last character in a pack. So if you want to hear about the Catwoman buffs coming, stay tuned.
Nice.
Not cool.
Let's introduce everybody. I am Tyler Lansdowne, the community specialist here at NetherRealm Studios. Beside me, I have
QA analyst Steve Brownback.
Leonardo, leader of the Turtles.
That's not true.
No?
I don't think they pick you as the leader.
They would totally pick me!
No.
I would be the...
Now, even Burke says no. Speaking of which, behind the desk over here, we have
Matt Burke.
Yeah.
If you think about it,
just say your name.
Like April O'Neil. You know, he's
yeah, he's the behind the camera.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, I like it. All
well,
right,
she's in front of the camera.
True.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well,
Good,
camera's involved.
Good lore. Guys, here we go. So I know probably a lot of people are joining us that have not joined us before.
Yes.
Because of the Turtle hype. So if you could, there's a little follow button at the bottom for NetherRealm. Hit that button so you get notified every time we go live with cool things like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Who's your favorite turtle?
Mine is Donatello.
Leonardo.
Michelangelo.
Donatello.
Well, there you go.
All right.
So it's Donatello wins in this four-person vote.
As a kid, my favorite was Donatello because he was a nerd, but...
As you've gotten cooler.
No. And I thought Leonardo was lame because he's like the clean-cut leader, but as an adult, I now appreciate that, and he's my favorite.
Yeah, because he's responsible.
Exactly. Instead of being like, what a square, I'm like, yeah, he's a turtle, a grown turtle.
Yeah, it's always hard for me because I love pizza so much.
Yeah.
Love pizza. Obviously love pizza. But for me, it's Donatello. He's more soft-spoken. I feel like he's kind of the opposite of me. Good at machines. I'm not.
He does machines.
He does machines.
Yeah.
A couple things to talk about before we go, because I know you want to see the Turtles really badly. Injustice 2 will be at EVO this year. It was announced last night.
Yay. So awesome.
Which is awesome. So I will see you all there at EVO. Hopefully.
A turtle will win.
Hopefully see some turtle representation.
Yeah.
What else we got? We got a giveaway
today.
So on our Twitter, you will see. It might not be posted right now. It'll be posted very soon. It's probably being posted as we speak. If you retweet it, you have a chance to win here in the, I think it's the United States. You have a chance to get the upgrade to the Ultimate Edition.
Oh,
so
okay.
All these characters.
Okay.
So the Turtles would be included in that. So
Nice.
look for that on our Twitter. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. Retweet that to all your friends so they have a chance.
Yep.
What else? Balance patch we already talked about.
Giveaway, already did that.
Giveaway already did that. Let's talk real quickly.
Okay.
Just get everything out of the way before Turtles.
I love it.
Let's do a quick birthday shout out.
A quick birthday
Quick?
shout out.
Well,
Tyler's favorite part.
Since the Turtles are like 4 characters, don't we need 4 times as many birthday shoutouts?
I think we got that covered.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. 2 birthday shout-outs. 2 Yas Records, happy birthday. Christopher Cooler, happy birthday. Geeky Nexie's friend, Nez, happy birthday.
A birthday shout out to someone's friend?
Yep.
All
Jonathan Romeo, DG's Nadinga, sure, or whatever.
Right.
Nathan's friend, Mike.
Okay.
Nathaniel's friend.
Mike. Brian Long, Bam Ross, Kevin Bohanan, sure. Drunk Giraffe, Barrett's
awesome.
Papa Train Sturge, Shockwave.
Okay.
Wave shock.
Oh yeah, Wave Shock. That's how he would appear in a phone book. Thank you, because we use those. We all, damn it.
Okay.
Hessam Talagani and Kamal.
Okay.
Wolferus, it's Dad's birthday. Sure. KHTC Aaron or Aaron. Harleen Moon, Edward Anthony, Clement Stevens, Little Supergirl Kara, and Alexa. God bless that. That's adorable. Tavon, Christian J. Altamirano, Michael Hamilton the 3rd.
Hampton.
Awesome.
Hampton. St. Valentine's 14th.
Okay, I think we're done.
No!
We should actually move on. That's way too many birthdays. Because I don't believe that many people had birthdays.
Are you going to try and keep out Cameron Smoothie Gamer?
Some of these are
Is this the last page?
This is the last page.
Go.
Okay. Malia Matthews' cat's birthday. Careless Gamer. Evil X Dragon. Avel MKI2. Dr. Platinum. Constantine's brother Jason. Kubrick Costa from San Pedro. Captain Blazco. Shinobi Tundra. Brandon Hitchcock. Once again, Cameron Smoothie Gamer. JJ Anderson. Peter Laird. Kubrick. Jason Daniels, Bay. David Appello, Steve Wu, Alex Silverman, KT in Gameplay, hey! Oh! Brian LeBaron, a.k.a. B. LeBaron!
Okay.
Sarah Miller.
Yep.
Oh.
Rachel Brown.
Okay.
My wife, Candace Kurtzik.
Hey.
Jonah Edwards. And most important, Justin Timberlake.
New rule. There will only be a limit of 15 birthday shout-outs from now on because I bet 90% of those were not birthdays.
Well, to me, the point when I love birthday shout-outs, but
Yeah.
Shout-outs to someone's cat,
And
I like cats. Come on, man.
Indifferent to cats. Okay, everybody.
Maybe I did it out of spite.
Let us talk about the turtles, because that's what everybody's here for.
Okay.
So, Steve, let's talk about how the turtles work, first of all.
All right, so a lot of speculation. Are they a tag character? Are they like...
Sorry, please continue.
Are there like variations? So the way it works is the default turtle, when you just boot them up, is Leonardo. And you choose the turtle based on your loadout, based on their accessories. So you can see right here, his accessory slot, he has swords, leading swords. And then I have a loadout that has a staff, and he becomes Donatello. I have a loadout with nunchucks, he becomes Mikey, and then Raphael's with Sai. And before you even unlock anything, you will have 4 weapons. So you get the turtles. If you like Michelangelo, you're going to have a pair of nunchucks.
But you got to go in there and put them on them to have them. So when you boot the game, you don't have to go looking for gear. You will at least have four weapons for everyone to play with.
Now, in tournament mode...
Which is a gift that Ed sent out today.
Yes, in tournament mode, when you select them, you actually get another UI option that has the 4, and you can select them.
Right.
Sure.
And a lot of people have wondered how their gear works. They all have a ton of different gear that's for whatever loadout you want. So you can have a Leonardo that has like a bandana on, a Michelangelo that has like a sci-fi gear, and then whatever you want to think of. So you can make your own loadout. Like we'll show later, I made loadouts that, in my opinion, match their characters and stuff. And because I do lore-based loadouts, and I'll explain my reasoning. So please be excited for that.
Lore loadouts.
Everyone's pretty amped about that.
Okay.
So
let's begin. Let's start with Leonardo.
Leonardo, Superman. Fighters approaching.
All right, so the turtles have several shared moves. They have several shared normal attacks and special attacks, and then they each have their own individual moves, their individual throws, and their character powers are completely different.
Yeah.
So let's start with some generic...
Tyler's the worst.
Let's start with some generic turtle moves. A lot of their normal attacks and combos are kind of ninja moves, like their back 3.
The ninja kick.
Yeah, down 1. They have a pretty fast, pretty decent overhead. They all have this. What makes them different, the end of their strings are often character specific. So check this out. His overhead goes into a low sword swipe. But with Michelangelo, he'll actually use a skateboard. Or Raphael will use a size. And these have different properties, like maybe Leonardo's will be safe on block, but Raphael's is 2 hits and it's punishable. They also have this, and then they have a defender. This actually goes into an overhead, and you can get a combo, whereas Donatello's actually goes into a low. So the start of the strings will be very similar, but then the ending will be quite a bit different. So one of the nice things is, when you're playing the turtle, you have your 80% kind of base game, and if you're really good with Leonardo, then you can take it to Raphael, and you can learn the 20% that's different, you can pick him up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But the great thing is, too, we've played a ton of matches and such, that if you're playing 2 different turtles, the matches do feel very different.
Yeah, the 20% obviously makes a huge difference. So here's Leonardo's throw. And
that's one thing a lot of people were asking is like, can you summon additional turtles? Are there assists?
yes, throughout their move list, they have different moves that allow them to do that.
But you're not necessarily like summoning a turtle.
Right, you're never like controlling another one. That never replaces them, but
It's
they
just
have
part
a lot
of their combo or their throw.
Exactly.
Now, originally, people thought that we were going to make the turtles, and it would be one turtle that had a bunch of different assists come in.
Right.
There are 4 different turtles.
Yes.
That's very important to understand.
Yes.
I was glad to see on Reddit everyone, like, for the last couple of days, has been guessing what was happening.
Yep.
And it's like, no, there's
4 different turtles.
we made 4 distinct turtles.
So let's talk about some of their shared special moves because they have a couple. They all have this turtle roll where they go across the screen. It's pretty quick. It's the Shellicopter. If you meter burn it, they do a big giant swing. Whoa, 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 whoa! Radical! And they throw you.
Also their wake-up move.
Yes, that's
but important to know, it's not safe.
Right.
Like, you can surprise people pretty easily because it's pretty quick.
Yes.
You're doing it from the ground. But if you get blocked on that, you're gonna take some damage if somebody's ready for it.
They also have this shell dive kick where they come down and you can meter burn it and you stay safe and another turtle comes out and does additional damage.
There it is.
So normally it's punishable, but if you want to play it safe, you can meter burn it and it'll be safe on block. And it does pretty decent damage.
And what I've learned is you can kind of set people up with it by doing the regular one and eventually like doing that kick late and they're not ready for it, they don't block gems sometimes.
Yep.
So it's definitely kind of a tool to mix them up a little bit.
Another universal move is turtling, where they actually put their head in their shell and then they will absorb a projectile and roll back and then they can go in.
Awesome.
And if you meter burn it, they'll actually be able to absorb normal attacks and then they don't take any damage and they get away. So you can use this as like a parry, as a way to avoid projectiles. And one final move they all share is this turtle up drop, shell drop, where this is an overhead attack and you can choose your range. You can do close, medium, or far. And this is great for like mid-range combat, like say you're kind of doing some of your normal attacks here and then whoop, you do the shell. And if you meter burn it, you get a combo. And you can convert that into a combo.
It also can be used in strings to add to mix-ups.
Yes, because it's an overhead and it can cross up between the close, medium, and far. So you can do like, you're blocking it and then they don't know if you're going to do the close one or maybe you push them back and that one might have crossed them up.
And like we mentioned earlier, that string, like that overhead string that he does, do the overhead string real quick, ends with a low.
Yep.
You can make it end with an overhead.
Yeah.
And that's just a little mind game to play.
Yep. I think to me the turtles are up close and like started around like mid-range characters to me. I think that's where they excel, all 4, and then they excel in different areas. We're gonna show some. I think Leonardo's one of the best at like this range because it's back 1.
Yeah, he has a reach. He has a reach the most.
But Michelangelo is like a 50-50 machine, which we'll show pretty soon. So let's go over Leonardo's
character power. Oh yeah,
we'll go to that. Yeah. So they each have, in addition to the shell moves that they all share, they have a couple character-specific moves. Leonardo has this uppercut move where he swipes you. It's pretty quick, and if he meter burns it, he can actually get a quick combo. And it also looks awesome because another turtle comes out. He has Shredded, which is a multiple hit attack. It does really good damage. You can like combo off a down 1. If you meter burn it, it does additional damage and it remains safe on block. So it's a way you can end your strings and stay safe.
And it's leaving them in the range that the turtles want to be in.
Exactly, which is like, that mid-range. Yep. And then each character's character power is completely different. So Leonardo, as the known leader, Master Splinter's favorite son, he can use assists with all 3 turtles. For example, if you hit forward in circle, Raphael will throw a size and he gains a projectile. The turtles usually don't have projectiles, so that's really, really powerful. It's a 2-hitting one. They're both highs, but they're very quick. They can break armor. They will still come out even if you interrupt them. It's a great projectile. You'll see, though, it is on a cooldown. So he's not going to have traditional zoning where he's just spamming them, but it does have a cooldown.
Yeah, you'll notice on the bottom, they have 3 different cooldowns for each of the other turtles.
And the cooldowns are different based on balance reasons. Like Donatello's is an overhead that actually launches, so he can use it as a combo. He actually gets a back 3. That you can see when the combo's over the cooldown to start, and that's a long cooldown.
That's a long way.
Right. And then we have Michelangelo, which is a low, and he goes super fast. It's the fastest low projectile in the game. And that has kind of a mid-level cooldown between Raphael and Donatello.
And he gets a sweet high 5.
And you get a high 3.
Steve, always bringing stuff.
It's just the lore. You know, you bring the lore.
They also have their own jump 2, their own down 2, and their own super move into.
Okay.
So should we save the super move or go ahead?
Ooh.
What we've seen in the trailer.
Yeah, let's see.
Go
Maybe
ahead?
save it.
All
Yeah,
right.
till the end. Till the end.
So Leonardo rushes you with the sword.
I think he misunderstood.
Yeah, I think it did.
Oh, well.
That's all right. No.
Shell shock!
Yeah.
Bam.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
All right. So that's Leonardo. Let's go to Donatello.
Now, Donatello
Yes.
is my favorite right now.
In fact, you have called him just your main.
Wow.
Not your main turtle, your main.
Your main?
Let's be, I mean, I know that a lot of people have said
News.
that I
Tyler's
have a
another
lot
main.
of mains, right?
And how do you feel about Donatello?
I feel like I'm playing him pretty well right now.
So
Like he's your
Donatello,
main?
Yep.
Donatello, because of his staff, he has excellent range. However, Leonardo is more of like a footsies type, safe, like mid-range character. He just kind of bullies you in the mid-range, but he doesn't really mix you up. Donatello is a mix-up machine. So he has the overhead that all the turtles have. But he also has a long-range low. This back one too. And this is actually safe. Or you can commit to doing a special move. So his version of Shredded actually pops you up. So, trust me.
Whoa.
All right, yeah.
There we go.
While it is not safe like Leonardo's, it gets a combo. So this is a perfect example of how their playstyles are pretty similar, but they have radically different properties. So he can kind of, from this range, control space with his long range, and then if he wants to, try to open you up with his 50-50 attack. Now, they are punishable. He doesn't have a safe option if he wants to combo you, so it's high risk, high reward, space control, if that's your thing.
And one of the best things like in his playbook to me is his back 2-2-1,
Yeah.
which we'll show later.
He also has anti-air grab, and this is a combo starter. If you meter burn it, he gets a back 3. And it's a great combo ender.
What is the damage? Whew.
So this is the back 2-2 you were talking about. Back 2-2-3.
Safe.
Yeah, it's actually plus.
Plus,
right,
sorry,
right.
plus.
It does start with a high, but it's definitely his like really good like mid-range tool to throw out.
It's high mid though.
Right, right. So they have to like already have done a move to interrupt it.
Right.
So his character power is pretty awesome. It's, as you know, he does machines.
Gizmos and gadgets.
So this one he throws down, and this bug zapper will actually absorb projectiles. So you throw it down, it'll actually absorb projectiles as long as it's out. He has a second one where he throws this in the ground, and this will actually suck the opponent in. So
Which is really good for like bringing them into your overhead or something.
exactly. So
That Kumba Doomba 50-50. That's what it
there
is.
we go. Superman, you can actually see he'll get sucked in. There you go. He'll go to where the machine is. So if you want to keep them out, you can do the far one. Get out of here. If you want to bring them to you, you can do the close one. And then that'll set up. Oh, I did the wrong one. That'll set up his 50-50 mix-ups. Because Donatello is a little bit on the slow side. His low is very, very slow. So how do I set up when the opponent's walking around, out-footsing me? You can literally suck him in. And then the third one, which is my favorite, and I know it's your favorite, is the electric floor, where he will actually zap the floor. And if it hits, it does a little damage, and the opponent, you can see Superman's feet are electrified. He cannot jump. Until his feet are done electrifying, he cannot jump.
Cool.
And again, if you have a mid-range, like ground-based character, jumping is one of the ways you beat long range in a fighting game. He literally says, no, you stay on the ground.
And another good thing about this kind of secret good is it's really good for first hit bonus.
It's got to be one of the cheapest for his first hit bonus things in the game, yeah.
Huh.
I believe we've probably played 50 games, and I might have 40 first hit bonuses in that. Like,
It's also incredibly cheap for the end of the game.
Yep.
When the guy has one hit left. It's my favorite thing about playing Donatello is when they have one hit left and you're doing this and you're like, you're done. And then they have to jump it, time it perfectly to avoid that blast.
now the thing is, there's some players, like I was actually playing Dan Weiland today at lunch, one of our cinematics artists. He was playing Supergirl, and he jumped in the air, seeing me do that, and then his eye lasers kept him up high enough to where he never got hit by the ground.
Yeah, you can avoid it, it's just very tricky.
Cool.
So, Michelangelo,
Do it.
known party dude.
Party dude.
Is
That's
that
my
true?
kind of guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He's known for
Yeah.
being a party dude.
So Michelangelo, we just went over to their like mid-range character. Michelangelo to me is just a high risk, high reward, crazy mix-up character.
He goes what you would probably say hard in the paint.
Absolutely. Said no one ever.
No. Burke.
So his back one is a safe on block, multi-hit string. He also has this one, which actually has an overhead in the middle of it, and it's pretty tricky to block. And he uses his skateboard a lot. Like his forward 3 is bashing with the skateboard, his down 2 is a skateboard.
His forward 2 on 3.
Yeah, I love this one. I love the kick up. His 2-1 up 3, he uses this. And this is another example. Like, for some characters that might be a low or overhead. For him, it's actually just a plus on block pressure. So when the opponent blocks it, you can start looping it. The opponent's going to have to like mirror burn back 3 or jab 3 it. So his character power, well, we'll go special moves first. Yep. He has Hot Nunchuck Fury, which goes into this. That's the canon name. And if you meter burn it, it's a combo starter.
You can do it.
I hear a lot of button pressing this.
He was having a little trouble with mic combos today.
Yeah?
Remember?
I do remember that.
Well, I mean, we're seeing it right now. There it is.
That counts. That's a combo.
Yeah.
And he has this breakdancing.
Shell mill.
Yeah, shell mill, and he can actually control how far he goes. You know, if you want to just not go in, but just dance a little because you're hype, you can do that. And if he meter burns it, he gets a combo. And the shell mill is actually a low. So that's going to lead to mix-ups like the third hits of this an overhead, so the opponent's got a stand block. Or if you want to commit and go crazy, you can start dancing and mix them up.
Yeah, we'll pretend you did the combo there. Good job!
Would you say that you're the worst at it?
Michelangelo? Oh yeah, I like Leonardo.
Cool.
I'll body anyone with Leonardo.
Anything else special to Michelangelo?
His character power is riding his jet-powered, created by Donatello skateboard.
The cheapskate.
Yeah, so while he's on it, he has a couple options. He can just kick it immediately, and it's like a projectile. You can see it's on a cooldown, so this is not a projectile. He's not a zoning character, but he can kick it. He can also do a low, and he can do an overhead. And you can do multiple versions of it. There's a short version, or you can do a long version. And you can also speed up when you're on the skateboard, or you can start going slow, or at any point, you can get off it. And you've been playing Ray lately, who uses Michelangelo, and you say he's been doing cancels and pressure with it.
Yeah, it's funny. If you do it far away, you still get scared. It doesn't move super fast at times, but you don't know if you're gonna get the overhead or you're gonna get the low. The low's really fast.
Yes.
Now, if you see the low coming, you block it. You got 45 minutes.
Right.
To go through and get a punish, but
right, Michelangelo is a risk-taking character. Like, if you want a character that you're going to be able to open them up and you're going to risk your life for it, but you don't mind because you're a nut, he's definitely the one you're going to want to play.
Sounds like my kind of turtle.
Yeah. Oh, let's just check out his throw too. I love that kicking it up in your face part. So finally, we have Raphael. And Raphael, to me, is kind of the best at melee combat.
The most flippant of the turtles.
Sure.
Yeah, cool but rude.
Give me a break. So, 4-2-1-3 is a double hitting string. And he has back 2-3, which is a really good long-range move. And then he has this string, which has 2 overheads in it. And one of them makes you block the other way. And this is definitely the best day 1 string. Like, day 1 turtle, you just spam this and you'll beat everybody. Like, you had trouble. Yeah. Once you figure it out, then turtles are going to have to go into just doing it or doing shell drop and stuff. But it's a great opening day strategy. His individual moves is he has a parry, which I just totally mistimed. There you go. He can meter burn it for additional damage.
I'm still super impressed by how fast you use the training mode.
I mean, it's the only thing I'm good at anymore now that I'm washed up.
You are washed up?
Yeah.
Old man.
And he had getting hype, which ties to his character power. So Raphael gets hype.
Get high.
And you can see at the bottom the little UI for his size.
Get high.
His character power is an auto combo. It's kind of similar to Catwoman's character power. We'll go into an auto combo. Meter burn hype gives you 2 levels of it.
Doubles the hype.
And then he goes into this. Now, this is an auto combo that's an invincible wake-up attack, and during certain parts of it, you can meter burn. So, for example, you meter burn it, and then you get a back 3. And that is one of his key combo starters. So, you get this great mid-range move, like you can do...
Get high.
You see them whiff, back 2 into it. So, and another neat trick is, you can actually cancel the meter burn one. So let's say I'm getting hype, and Superman is like, stop getting hype. There's no hype allowed in the regime, and he's forward 2ing me, you can cancel it and go into that. So if he does like a back 3 to stop me, No, bro, I'm getting hyped and you can't stop me.
How hype are you?
11 out of 10.
Well, right now he's 0 hype. There we go.
I'm mad, I'm hype.
So, and like we've been showing, and like we've been talking about, the turtles, as you can probably see now, mainly, like a lot of it has to do with their character power.
Yes.
Will be playing very differently.
Yeah, I think they're all like mid to close range characters, and then they have spice to them that separates them. So I think if you want to play like a good melee character, you can't go wrong with the turtles. And then it's like, well, do you want to play one that does mix-ups? Do you want to play one that's just very patient and safe? Do you want to play one that's high risk? That's where the little minutia comes in, and that's where they're very, very different.
Right.
And I think there's going to be some people where if you just like Michelangelo, you can just play Michelangelo. But if you want to, like, I want to be a tournament-level Turtles guy, maybe in some matchups where zoning heavy, you want to use Donatello because of his gadgets.
Sure.
Or maybe in an up-close match where you're like fighting like a cheetah or something, you want to use Raphael because you have the parry and you have the superior 4-2-1-3.
Yeah, it's 4 characters who are going to kind of change the meta of counterplay.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool.
So,
What do we
I
got
have
next?
some loadouts and I have some gear moves because they have universal gear moves and then they each have their own gear moves as well.
Right on?
Cool, let's do it.
So I've set up some loadouts and of course, please be excited for my lore-based costumes I've made. I'm super excited about these.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to start with Leonardo.
Leonardo, Superman. Fighters approaching
I've made
from
Leonardo
City.
into a sewer samurai.
As you should. Oh, He's like,
back.
What are you doing, buddy? Hiya!
So Leonardo has used some of the stuff he found in the sewer, and he has become a samurai. You can see he has the hood and the pants
That
and
is
the
definitely
gear.
sewer gear. for
Yeah,
sure.
sewer
Yeah.
gear. So with Leonardo, I gave him Raising Shell, which becomes a new special move that is a combo ender, and he can actually meter burn it to extend it and get it back 3. So that just
This is classy.
Whoa!
What was the thing at the end?
I've also replaced Shellicopter with this move where he slides across the screen and it's similar to Shellicopter, but it's like twice as fast and twice as funny. So that's just awesome and super fun to do. And if you meter burn it, you get a combo.
You are off on your meter burns.
Do you get a combo?
You do. Yeah, this thing's super hard to do.
Yeah?
You do.
Okie dokie, Steve. Moving right along, Steve.
Yeah, Lane's tweak bars
Yeah.
say you can't.
No, you can. You do.
Okay, Steve.
A lot of... getting closer.
Yeah. Oh!
There we
I
go.
told you.
Yeah, nailed it.
A lot of people are super hype about the samurai.
So what, could we
So people... Well, I'm not even done.
Oh!
Now, Donatello, as you know, is a genius. And he has used different things he found in the sewer to build an ooze suit, which feeds ooze directly into his veins, similar to Venom, when he saw Bane
But
in
gives
combat.
you no power whatsoever.
No, it just looks awesome. But you can see the ooze, it's glowing. He
So
has
it's like a
ooze
mutagen.
goggles.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's mutagen.
He was inspired to do this because he teamed up with Batman and they fought Bane, and he's like, I can do that too.
And
he
I can
did
do it better.
Yeah. Now I gave him Vault, which replaces his anti-air grab, and he gets this Vault move, and he meteor burns it. Another turtle drops down on top of him.
They're just waiting
Yeah.
in the trees there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're animals.
Yeah.
Remember that thing we practiced?
Just wait in that
Yeah.
tree. I'll bring them over there.
Wait, you guys are mocking this? These guys are ninjas.
Yeah, I know.
Is
No,
it really
yeah,
that
no.
hard
No,
to
you're
believe?
right.
No
You're
one's
right.
mocking anything,
No,
Steve.
Steve.
All right, so Michelangelo.
Can you top what you just did?
Michelangelo, I gave him a relaxed. He's just on the subway. He's going to see a movie.
He's got his
and
hip-hop
he's
gear
got
on.
Yeah, he's got headphones on. I gave him this radical tubular shell.
Gnarly, bro.
He's got just the shorts instead of the
We
workout
sound
pants.
so uncool.
Oh, dude.
What?
No, man.
What?
We're bossa nova.
Cool.
So, the gear move I gave him is Pizza Party, where he pulls out a pizza, and then you can cancel it. So you can do like pizza cancels.
Oh, pizza party.
I love how you've just shown them he can pull pizza out and cancel it. Like, that's the move. You pull pizza out and you throw it on the ground.
No, it's because I was saving the real good part.
What's the real good part, Steve?
Yum.
If he meters it, he eats it and he gets health back.
Do it again.
But he can,
Oh.
and you can see the pizza is actually being eaten and is removed.
And
from
there's
the box.
oil on the box.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a greasy pizza.
Yep.
So he can get 4 bars of life back. So to me, if you have this gear move, I don't know how you're even possibly to be beat.
Can you do anything else with the pizza box?
You can also.
Anchovies.
Can I tell a quick story about the pizza? So the pizza.
I guess you can.
I'm going to.
All right.
I guess it's my choice, really.
Yeah.
So the pizza we have in the game during the win animation when they throw it at the camera, that was actually a mocapped pizza.
Yeah, we went out and bought a pizza and Clever Damage scanned it, so it's a real life pepperoni mushroom pizza that we ordered.
Oh.
So my favorite part is I actually had a slice of that pizza.
You did. You've eaten gaming history.
So I've eaten gaming history, Turtles and Injustice 2.
All
I've
this
had
pizza
that
talk.
pizza.
We should just eat pizza.
It's gonna make too much noise in the mics, I think.
I honestly feel, and
Steve
this,
doesn't close his mouth, so.
this gets some amazing art. I honestly feel like the pizza graphics are like the best graphics in the game. Like it looks phenomenal.
We
Okay.
at NetherRealm have always said, what can we take to the next level? And we
Pizza.
decided
Yeah.
Our pizza game.
pizza, our pizza
I'm
game.
gonna make a statement right now, and I don't care if this offends any other developer.
Whoa.
No one has better pizza graphics than us. Hold that.
All right.
We've now started the great pizza
Yeah.
war of 2018, where everyone's going to start making pizzas.
So Raphael, I went with a Street Fighter. You know, he's in like cage fights. He has this military vest.
Brawler.
No armor, tape wrists. That was really important to me because armor would slow him down. And the bandana, so it hides his identity. So if he's like in a cage fight,
Who is
no
that?
one will know who he
No one
is.
would know.
Well, he's using size. Is that Leonardo?
So
No, I think it's Raphael.
the gear move I gave him is exclusive to Raphael, and it is the sewer dive. You'll actually, it's an overhead. It's super fast. If he meter burns it, he gets a
Bam!
Blam. Oh, Steve actually got the second time. Ooh.
And you can do a
that's-
close-
Look at that damage.
medium or far version.
Okay, so it's got different distances.
Exactly.
Terrific. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
Now, is that a 2-slot move then?
That is a 1 slot, but I also gave him an air helicopter.
Oh, look at that.
All the turtles can do that, and again, you can meter burn it. And you can actually choose which direction to throw them with regular and air one.
Can you do that without the...
Yeah, yes, that has nothing to do with the gear move. I just forgot that.
I learned something.
Fancy. Cool.
So those are the turtles.
No, that was awesome, Steve. You did. You did.
Yeah,
great.
I think overall, I would say, I always like to give you, like, why should you play this character?
Right.
I think they are very simple and straightforward to play. If you're a fan of the Turtles, and you're like, I'm not that good at fighting games, I like playing like Superman or something, they're super easy to play too. You can pick them up very quickly. They have very simple game plans. And the beautiful thing is they're versatile. Once you learn to play one, you can apply what you've taken to the others.
Now, Tyler, let's ask the question everybody wants to know.
Yeah.
When's the hoodie coming?
Oh, right. No new information on that
All right,
right
Tyler,
now.
the next question
no.
everybody wants to know.
Yeah.
When will the Turtles be available?
Turtles will be available for those who have done the Ultimate Edition and the Fire Pack 3 and whatnot. Will be available on Tuesday.
Yes.
Yes. Also, before we're going to play a match first, of course. But I do want to say this: the patch for not the Turtles, but for all of the balance stuff, will be happening most likely. Don't quote me on it because I get in trouble for getting quoted on things.
Well, when you say stuff on the record.
Well, okay, off the record, guys, off the record.
Okay. All right.
Can't tweet me about it. It's off the record.
There it is.
Should be available point tonight.
Whoa!
So the
that's-
stuff you guys are going to be going over here shortly,
Yep.
they could have tonight.
Yes.
Awesome.
Off the record.
Okay, because it's a maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, it's more than a maybe.
Go.
Let me tell you this. We're excited about for the Turtles.
Okay.
Not everyone, I mean, you're going to be surprised to hear this, not everyone grew up with the Turtles.
That's crazy.
And I think it's cool that there's going to be people who weren't maybe fans originally
Yeah.
who are going to become fans like this.
Yes.
I think kind of the same thing happened with Swamp Thing in a way, where it's
Yeah.
like, hadn't been used a lot. A lot of stuff in the 70s, some stuff happened later, but then we have new fans becoming. I think putting the Turtles in the game,
I'm completely confused by people don't know who the Turtles
that
are.
it happens.
My mom knows who the Turtles are.
Like,
It happens.
do they not have TV?
Some people don't. What? And they'll tell you about
But
it.
why would they be playing the game then?
Yeah.
Interesting point, boys.
Amish people don't know about the Turtles.
That's true. So the Turtles, though, I'm very excited to have them here. When I first heard we were doing them, I was super excited about it. And
That's every once in a while. All right, we hear a lot of cool things, and you kind of get desensitized to it. That's one where you're like, "Oh, we're having Jason in MKX," and you're like, "Oh my god, we're having Turtles in Injustice 2." Like,
Right.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think like the announce hype trailer, like where everybody just freaked out when we showed them off, basically like sums it up for us. Like as soon as we knew, that's exactly how we felt.
Yep.
You know, in the end, they turned out, I think, really awesome. So again,
Lord Nicastro,
we get to talk to everybody about this stuff. But there's a lot of people who did a lot of work on this in the studio. Everyone had their hands on this thing, and
the arts effects are amazing. The game design is amazing. The end of rounds are amazing.
In between rounds are some of my favorite things in the world.
There's some Easter eggs we haven't shown yet. We might not see today.
Yeah, I mean, it's the studio on all cylinders. Shoutouts to everyone.
So good job, everybody, on that. So
everybody go on vacation.
Hold up. So let's real quick, not real quick. Let's play some matches. You and me.
All right.
Hold on.
We've got the turtle.
I'm here for you, buddy.
Tell me the future.
All right, moving on. Oh. There you are.
Try it one more time. One more time.
Oh, you just blew my mind.
Well, I blew his mind. That's nice.
Try it one more time. Try it one more time.
All right, Tyler, get it set up.
What's on your mind, bro?
Tell me the future.
The future? Sure. Concentrate and ask me anything. Anything.
Is Tyler going to win?
No way.
Oh! I got a no way and a cartoony boing noise. So
Mikey will be my commentary partner.
There you go.
Turn him off.
All right. Sorry, Mikey.
No, what are you doing?
Sorry, we were that was the wrong thing there.
I'm very excited for this. There has been a lot of buzz throughout the studio about
Buzz.
For months, it's been discussion of who will play what turtle, who's training with who. It's been, honestly, the talk of the building, I think. I think that's fair to say, right?
Yep.
All right.
Now, from the intel that I have, Tyler is focusing on Donatello and Leonardo.
We said Turtle Bell.
Well, I'd like to point this out, too. During the tournament mode, you can also now select other skins. So people before were like, oh, I want to play as the Vixen skin or Bizarro. You can now also do that during tournament mode as well. We didn't cover that, but I figured it was a really cool update that we did.
Oh, yeah,
we should throw that in.
Oh, and Q, we were going to talk earlier, too. When the Turtles do go live on Tuesday, we're going to have a
free trial multiverse as well,
for them.
just like we always do.
Cool. Gonna have a Valentine's Day thing coming?
Yes. Nothing but love in that, so it's going to be great. We have a lot of fun stuff, as always, coming up. So be sure you check out the multiverse, and if you didn't purchase the Turtles, be sure you try them out.
Yep.
Speaking of love, in the comics, Batman and Catwoman are finally going to get married May 19th, I believe.
Did they invite you?
19th. I hope so. My invitation was probably lost in the mail.
No.
All right. Let's go through the intros, too. People get mad about that?
New York pizza beats Gotham pizza.
You'll get no argument there, Raph.
Then let's get out of this friggin' universe.
One thing you may have just noticed there in the intros is that they have the white eyes, like from the classic comics. That is one of the things that you can get in your gear. So this is going to be Raphael versus Donatello. In my opinion, this match is settled in the sweep distance range. I think both characters are very good in that regard. Donatello has mix-ups from that range, but he's slow. Raphael has speed and safety from that range, but no good mix-ups. So it's kind of a contrast of two different styles of footsies. And it'll be very interesting to see how that works out. But one thing that's intriguing is Derek playing kind of an honest footsie character is interesting for him because he's such a wild man player. You see him already doing the parry like 4 times. Back 2-3 is definitely one of the best of the Turtles' kind of neutral moves. Another intriguing thing about Raphael is his big damage comes from his character power, but you have to get hype. So you see right there, like, if Tyler had thrown out a move, Derek would have get hit, but Derek was fine with committing to getting hype. And sometimes things where you kind of know you're gonna get hit, but you're like gonna get those 2 sides anyway. So I'll take the 20% if it means I'm going to get to 5 sides, and then I can do like a big combo or have a invincible wake up attack.
I love the dance.
Through the sewer. Now, that sewer thing only happens on levels that would have a sewer possibly in them.
That is true. That is absolute canon. We have a good use of the parry here. The parry is not super damage combo or anything, but it's pretty good to keep the opponent in check, to kind of regulate their mid-range or their wake up. That's actually my favorite, the point. The electric floor. Now, This is exactly what Donatello needs to do. Donatello is not the fastest, but it's like, all right, you're happy playing mid-range, then I'm just going to throw out the electric 4 and build up. And there you go again. The electric 4. Derek now cannot jump.
Which is like half my gameplay.
Exactly. If there was a debuff that made it so you can't jump in a wake up, you would literally just put down your controller and just die.
No!
Alright, yeah, you see a lot of that. Donatello's for power. The recharge time's pretty quick. No more use of he used this character power, so. Alright, here we go with Raphael pressure.
Oh! Alright. We're playing a 3, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So a big opening start from Tyler.
Sure was. He kept me grounded. I don't like that.
Each turtle actually says something different in their win pose. It's great. My only problem here is we need to get rid of those mushrooms. I hate mushrooms.
You don't like vegetables.
Correct.
No anger about it. Oh, I went to the intro, my bad.
Oh my god, that's how intense. Ladies and gentlemen, we have intensity here.
Oh!
Using electric floor, goes for the 4-3. Oh, back 2-3 into back 2-3. Very smart.
I knew that was coming.
Now the parry's gonna knock him into the corner. Oh, he had the right idea. He made the right read and got blown up for it. The shell drop is actually punishable, but it's pretty tricky to knock back so far. There's gonna have to be like character-specific punishes that you have to kind of practice to get used to. Good meter burn back 3. Let's see the end of it. Knocks him full screen, goes for the electric floor. So far, Tyler hasn't used the vacuum. He's an electric floor guy. I think that's smart because, you know, you want to regulate jumping with Derek where you don't want to get close to Derek because that's where he goes crazy, so it makes a lot of sense. I think that's going to depend on the opponent you're fighting. Oh! Punish.
Nuts and berries! Nice dance. Nice
Each turtle in that end of round has a different thing they do. Wow, high risk, but in a Magic Pixel territory, why not take high risk? You can afford to.
I can afford to.
Look at that.
Out of the rat.
Respectfully bowing. All right, here we go, Raphael. Oh, man, that almost broke armor. That second hit comes out pretty fast. Oh! A back 3 versus a back 3. And Derek's out of meter here. He gets a bar doing that and immediately wastes it. I respect that. I wonder if he knew he was going to get that bar, if he was smashing meter burn anyway. And Tyler's scouting that jump. He's doing that down back 2 a lot, but Derek is not jumping as if he has that floor on, even though it's not there. All right, back 1-2. Unfortunately, Raphael threw him away. Whoa, goes for the filled canisters. Getting hype. That's from Derek. It means he's going to have a good wake up if he gets knocked down. Both have clash, but neither have meter to really gain a lot.
No,
and he goes for it. And Tyler's up 2-0. It's 2 close games, but it's hard. When games are this close, it's hard to win 3 straight. Will we see a turtle change or a strategy change?
To me, it's all about just patience for me.
Right.
Don't go nuts.
Right.
Don't go nuts. Just
Donatello's play, to me, their play styles actually match their personalities. Donatello and Leonardo are laid back. They're smart. They're thinking man's characters.
Kind of like the man who's playing them.
Right. I mean, when you think of patient, very lane style mid-range footsies, you know, DJT, Dragon, Theo, Lanny, absolutely.
Character select, huh?
This is very interesting. Now, they have an agreement to just be turtles, right? So we can't see, like, Ivy.
Right.
So are we going to see Michelangelo? Could there be a surprise, maybe Leonardo pick?
You can't change.
I'm not going to.
You're just hovering to look?
You're not going to change either.
Wow, he's calling the bluff.
You're trying to build hype. The only person who can do that is Raphael.
That's true.
Gosh, that is a good point. That is a good point.
Michelangelo.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my. Oh my, what has happened here?
I changed to Michelangelo.
The one thing I never expected.
You probably did.
I didn't.
Played Ray a bunch.
You also
literally,
you literally just popped off about how he wouldn't be changed.
You gotta play my new game, Donnie. I'm not wasting my time with Ninja Mime. grab a controller and learn something.
Begin.
All right, Michelangelo. Now, I think Michelangelo is a great character choice for Derek. Michelangelo is definitely for nuts who are like, yeah, I'm going to do this full combo, low attack. I don't care. Punish me, I'll do it again.
Oh.
But so far, he hasn't been able to get into actually started. If Tyler can keep Michelangelo out, not even let him play his game, it should be a pretty decisive win. But here we go.
Oh, there's a combo.
Oh, almost a combo.
Oh.
Oh, man.
There it is.
Oh. Even my Michelangelo combos are better than this. Let's go to Nunchuck Fury. The Hot Nunchuck Fury, you can use it in block strings, but it actually has a huge gap because the move is very, very slow.
I need to play my game.
Yeah.
I'm playing his game right now.
And I think that's going to be Michelangelo's strength, if he can kind of take you out of his comfort zone and just start going nuts with back two mix-ups. And Donatello, you got to slow the pace. If the pace is fast, Donatello is probably lost.
Whew.
Leonardo offering his motivational. He is a true leader. Oh, just back walking.
Oh.
And we got it's basically dead
even here.
Even
dead
Paco
even.
Stevens. The back 2-2-3 pressure. Let's see. Oh, no block. Goes low again. No punish though. Oh. And Derek's taking charge here. Tyler's in a decent amount of trouble. So I like it. Tyler's walking back, getting a feel for what Derek's doing. Plays it safe. Nice. Plays it safe. Uses the plus string and just walks back. It's like, all right, I'm just going to keep you away. No punish, though.
Oh.
Wear him down. There you go. There's a throw punish. It's anyone's game right now. Oh, big jump in.
No.
Oh, wow. Big cross-up. That's trademark Randy tech. That's your tech.
I did do that. I did teach you that tech, and you started using it against me.
Donatello used his computer to analyze the best possible strategies in fighting games, and 50-50 mix-ups are what came up. Meter burn back three. Big dammy. And now, oh, wow. He just risks it.
I'm dead.
Oh.
Nice game.
All right.
2-1.
2-1. Now,
This is the second time I played Michelangelo.
Pizza trophy?
That's more than you play more than that.
Yeah.
Such a lie.
now what are you thinking right now? Why did you lose this game?
I played his game too much at the beginning.
Okay.
If I don't do that again, it's wrap.
And Derek, what's your thoughts going into this game?
Press random buttons. Hope that a combo happens.
So in other words, what's your thoughts? None.
Yeah, 0.
I think that's how Michelangelo would play a fight.
Just
I think Michelangelo would boot this game up. I think you pick Robin and you just be like, far out! And just be hitting buttons, right?
Just do.
Let's skip this. I'm starving. If we're lucky, we'll both learn something. Do not get between me and pizza.
Right, the opening seconds of the match, you need to look out how fast is the pace. This pace right here favors Donatello. If he can keep this pace up, he's in control. But Derek realizes that, and he's just using his character power to use that top. He's just flipping down, getting some damage. And now, Tyler has gone to blocking it. Tyler's like, all right, I see you. Wow, good jump over. No punish, though. Blocks the overhead, blocks the Hot Ninja Fury. Oh my god. Just pure chaos right now. That elk is... The down three, they don't have a universal low combo starter, so I think their down three is one of the best tools. It's good range. Alright, back one. We haven't seen a lot of it this game, so that's good to see. There you go. Derek tried to punish it, and he actually meter burned it to stay safe. Good blocking, good patience from both players. Back three.
No.
All right.
Already done.
Set point for Tyler. Master Splinter says, "Stay focused, my sons." All right, there you go. Wake up. It's even. It's even. This is two brothers fighting. It makes a lot of sense. This is a sparring match. They left the sewer and to go to the Gorilla City. Gorilla Grodd has been recruiting all talking animals. So he invited them to spar. That's canon. Oh, man.
Should've done that.
They are both just committing to that wake-up Shellicopter.
I do that all the time.
Drop combo, though. Oh, there you go. Derek tries to punish it again. Now, Tyler has the meter advantage by having a bar.
No.
Throw punish. He does unclashable damage, so it's not too bad. Now, Derek's almost in that position where that character power, that damage really matters. It matters at the beginning of the match, the end of the match. Now we're in the position where he can only eat a couple of those and he's going to die. So he's going to have to either start jumping it or he's going to slowly get chipped away. And there you go. There's one hit of it. Oh, goes for the back 2. No conversion, though, because of the range. Oh, the meter burn back 3. He doesn't have time. He goes for the wake up. And there's the character power. That's exactly what I was talking about. Oh. No clash, though. No clash. That. Oh, man. This is going to be a close one.
Got me.
Wow. It's 2-2. This is exciting. This is a complete turnaround.
Pizza trophy unlocked.
Are we now? The question is Donatello, or do we go to Leonardo? You definitely have more experience playing Donatello.
Donatello.
Yeah, I think that's the right move.
Wow.
Begin.
They skip the intros because they're so into it. That's fine.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong turtle. That's bad.
A lot of wake-up Shellicopters.
I never do that either, do I?
Oh, man. I think Tyler has got to slow it down. He's got to start using forward 2 and back 1 more. He just goes in. All right, there you go. Commits, hits the back 3. He's going to get the combo. Oh, drops the ending, but that's okay. Then Derek drops the wake-up attack. Oh, back 3. Electric floor. Oh, no whiff punish. Oh, my God. A classic I'll do it again. 1-1. There you go. No conversion, though. Not a good conversion. Dinosaur Skull is in play. All right, good block. There you go, then. Shell kick.
Oh, no.
Oh, no punish, though.
Oh, no.
That's fine. That's. Oh, whoa! Wow, total madness here. Like, all of that was accidental. All right, now, Tyler back on set point. Can Derek get
Go,
in?
Raphael. I don't need you.
Wow, this is getting tense. I'm very impressed with how Derek has handled the no jumping. He's actually been fine. He has not been holding up and then crying, why can't I jump? Oh, wow, he hasn't done that at all, and he just goes for it. A wild breakdance. There we go. He is making hay with that breakdance now. Tyler's going to have to start ducking. Very, very smart to pull that is so dirty to pull that out at the last minute. And he goes for the 4-3. We have an adaptation here. Will we see a counter adaptation?
No.
Oh, there you go. Really good whiff punish.
Oh, no!
Back 3. Very smart. You can thank Ray for that training. Very good stuff. Now he's not even in range to do that breakdancing. And this is smart. Tyler goes for the jump in. And again, we are back in that character. Oh, meter burn back 3. Does not go for damage. Very smart. Avoids the. And now, Derek's in a ton of trouble. Oh, you almost screwed that up.
But I put my hand up and still push the button.
Oh, wait, you messed the button up. You made
and Tyler has done it.
There.
Oh, okay.
Tyler has done it.
Oh, nuts! Nuts!
There's never been a truer, greener Lantern battle than this.
That was a good battle, man. You brought some stuff I didn't expect. It was tough to go. I played lame, you know.
No, I played Michelangelo for about 5 minutes before we started.
Wow, what an Master Splinter. There are no excuses in combat.
The only way I knew how to do anything was playing against Ray so many dang times.
I'm just saying, man, if you're going to make excuses...
Yeah.
You're right.
I still got this.
Yeah, you do.
I will say I played Donatello for 2 weeks straight against Steve every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Against a Raphael, probably, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I played against Ray as well. So...
You're ready for anything.
I'm ready for anything.
Yeah.
Good match, Derek.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks for bringing
for
pizza.
Sure.
That's the turtle. We're going to read the patch notes, to you very soon.
You definitely want to stay tuned.
Derek, you're going to hit the road.
Yep, I got stuff to do.
I'll catch you in a little bit. So we're gonna put up take about a 45-minute long break.
45 minutes?
Whoa, that's not right.
Wow.
We'll be back in mid-March to show you the patch notes. No, we're going to be back in about a minute and a half, and we'll do some patch note talk with you and Paulo.
Yes.
Bring in the Lord.
One hint for the break while you wait. Gorilla Grodd.
What? What?
That's a hint. He's giving a hint.
That
is a character in the game. You're right.
What? We're going to be talking about him. Grodd!
He's getting buffed. Let's go on break.
Woo!
All right, there we go. That was our break. A little less than 45 minutes. We got
it was a little.
Got the stuff done that we thought we needed to. We thought it was going to take a little longer. Awesome. So that was the Turtles. We're very excited for those of you with the Ultimate Pack and that sort of thing to be playing them on Tuesday.
Yeah.
We hope we were able to go through them really well with you. That was awesome. Had a great time with Derek. Good fights. And now...
Oh, by the way, one thing. They have 4 different character tutorials. So when you first boot them up, if you want even more information about how they play and how their moves work, you can play all 4.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. So, and remember, we've mentioned this before, but if you do all those character tutorials, there's some diamond box at the end, right?
Yeah, so you can't lose. If you're a new player, you're going to learn some stuff. If you're a good player, you can breeze through them and get some diamond boxes.
Cool.
You cannot go wrong.
You cannot lose by doing that. With us today, we have Mr. Paulo Garcia. Say hello.
Hello.
Paul is one of the lead designers here at NetherRealm, and we're going to talk about an upcoming, today likely.
Yeah, it should be later tonight.
Again, off the record.
Off the record.
Should be later tonight. I will hopefully be able to post the patch notes here in a little while.
What are the patch notes?
And a little tidbit, the more times you ask Tyler about the patch notes, that'll increase the delay a little bit.
It's about 5 or 6 minutes per tweet.
Yeah.
So there's
certain people, like a certain doctor from Ohio, asked about 5 minutes, so he's already had the 2-hour delay.
Right. There's a good chance we'll post these in mid-November of 2021.
Right. I understand it. When I was a player, I did it. But at the same time, do you guys think we're like that? We know. Like, it's not like we're not going to post them, but then you asked on Twitter, we're like, we probably should post it. Like, we know.
That's actually
I get it, though. I do get it.
I get it.
Well, it's also like, we have to start looking now at the turtle balance, because according to chat, every single turtle is
just broken.
Most overpowered thing
just busted.
So.
At least when they're in the grand finals of our tournament, it will be a really interesting mirror, because there's 4 different ones.
Right. Cool. So let's talk. How do you want to start this, Paulo? I'll leave it up to you.
I think general, just overall, like things have actually like shaken out pretty well. Like we generally feel like every character has a chance, and like our goal is just general to take the essentially like the top tier and bring them a little bit in the low tier or like less used characters. Our characters just their tools just aren't as effective as other characters. Bring those up a little bit, sort of make the box of the characters in the middle have as many characters in it as possible.
And that said, the balance patches have been getting kind of shorter, and that continues this trend. This one, probably half the characters in the game we did not touch because we think they're in a good place.
Yeah, there aren't a lot of radical changes.
Right.
It's more of just a little bit of quality of life improvements, certain characters. And there's even like small ones like Harley, her only changes, her back 2 hitbox has been changed a little bit. So more hit consistently in the combos and also when you're moving back and forth. So that should help her out quite a bit, but it's a very minor change.
And there's something to be said about the fact that balance patches are a big puzzle, right?
Yes.
And maybe there's characters that you think need buffed.
Yes.
But maybe some of these, the other buffs that are happening actually help the other characters, or the nerfs that are happening to some of the other characters will help these characters in the middle. It's very hard. It's very easy to take a character and say they need a buff and go too far with it, and they control the meta.
Right.
So I mean, obviously a difficult job for you is just very carefully organizing how this works.
Yeah, it's some theory crafting, but we also look at a lot of data, like analytical data. We also just look at matches, players playing casuals, and then the actual like tournament matches. So there's a lot of factors into it. It's not just you tailor where the whole cast works towards a certain player's play style or a certain player's skill, because at the end they're all humans controlling the thing, and that's actually the biggest factor in like the game's outcome.
Right. All right, so let's talk about some stuff.
And before we begin,
sure,
if we don't mention it, it'll be in the patch notes. Like the Harley thing, the back 2 change, you'll see that in the patch notes. Everything's in the patch notes. So if we do not mention a character or we don't mention every change, wait a little bit till the patch notes come out, then proceed to panic.
And we won't be mentioning every bit of minutia. Right. Burke, anything you want to say before we get started?
I'm just ready for some patch notes.
Cool, man. Let's do this. That's 2 minutes, by the way. Added on.
All right. So let's start with Hellboy. The only change to Hellboy is the 2 things. One is the meter build on some of his special moves has been toned down. So if he does his leap or he shoots his gun, he will build slightly less meter. And then Design actually redid his stats, which you can talk about.
His base stats are more in line with Darkseid, so he will do a little bit less damage, and he'll take a little bit more damage percentage-wise. So it makes him a little bit more of like an offensive brute, and still lets you keep the same like Hellboy playstyle he had before. It's just there's a little bit more risk in it.
Right, and this does not mean that his combo damage is going to be... Hellboy now does 15% combos. Like, that's a huge bummer. This is more of a...
Yeah, we're like, our combos are generally, like, our number notations are, like, some combos do, like, 438. Now it's going to do, like, 10 less. And it varies depending on what inners you use, what special moves you use. And that'll sort of let people, like, figure out what's their optimal combos and what do they want to end them with.
Cool.
Sub-Zero gave him a couple of buffs. One of them is his Jump 2. Has a slightly better hitbox.
Can we take a look at him, actually? Because we were in your office earlier taking a look at him, and there's some stuff that I think just looked better and different. You know what I mean?
Oh, are we in 2-player?
We sure are. Go back to us here, Burke. Well, we get this all set up. Sorry, my bad. Oh,
wait.
You do it. You do it.
He's a pro smooth master.
He is really good at it.
Sub-Zero.
So Sub-Zero is getting some changes.
His Jump 2 is a little bit better.
And also the way he holds against the characters has been adjusted a little bit, so it should make it easier to land it on cross-ups, where before it was almost, you had a very specific scenarios to hit on cross-up. You should now be able to cross-up Jump 2 a lot easier, so that'll let him in situations where you can freeze an opponent and decide not to combo and go for a cross-up, stuff like that.
This string is now safe on block, and then in my opinion, one of the bigger ones is his Ice Blast has slightly faster start.
Yeah, and because the regular one has slightly faster start, the meter one will then have faster start also. So let's you do some cancels in the regular Ice Ball strings that didn't come out before, where you had a meter burn it, where those will not work. So it'll let you commit to like strings a little bit better, and also lets you hide behind your clone and just chuck Ice Balls, where you need that being a little bit faster. It'll let them go up against other characters that are shooting projectiles back. They hate the Ice Clone. He has now a better chance to being able to at least projectile back.
So while we're here, we'll talk about Vic Stone, Lord Cyborg. Why is that his name?
The Lord part.
He is.
Okay. All right.
Can you hack the world? Because he can.
I cannot.
Anyway, his character power, the Air Drone, now actually has significantly less recovery. He does it much faster. It's harder to hit him out, and you can see the reaction change. He now pops you up, and he's going to get a much bigger combo. It's much easier to combo, and the combos are bigger. You can kind of talk about some of the ideas you had for setups.
Yeah, and because the recovery on it's a little bit faster, it lets you end some combos a little bit earlier, so you could have ended a combo in like 1-1-3, canceling a character power, and now they won't be able to punish you right away with a quick wake-up attack, and they'll have to sort of figure out a way to get around that incoming projectile, and that gives Cyborg a way to get in or get back to his like zoning style if you want to play that way. So it just gives you the ability to use his character power in more situations than you could have before.
All right, so then we are going to talk about who would be next.
Let's look at the screen.
Oh, look at that, Catwoman.
Okay.
Catwoman.
So with Catwoman, we wanted to normalize 3 aspects. One is she did a lot of meterless damage, like some of the best in the game, and she had multiple strings that would do meterless damage. So we've adjusted those. For some of them, we increased the scaling. So she still does the exact same combo she always does, but a little less. For this one, 3-3 back 2, we actually changed the reaction. She doesn't get a pop-up at all. So it's still an overhead, still a great staggering move, but...
Yeah, so, and the last hit of that is safe on block. So if you're going to go for the high version of it, that one will be safe, but if you go for the overhead, it's not. But you can cancel the high one. So it gives that stagger string a little bit more of a a sort of branching purpose as opposed to just a one-way. You just always went for the stagger and went for the combo, where you'll sort of like mix in other strings.
And the high one is now a true high, and when you're blocking, you're not jailed, so you can actually punish it, which, as Paulo said, brings up the branch of doing the back two.
Yeah, doing the overhead. And you can still always just cancel into a cat dash and then meter burn a cat dash. So the combo opportunities are there if you can hit confirmer.
Report just in.
She's ruinated?
Welp, she's dead.
She's dead?
You killed her.
You still got 2 other buttons.
Fortunately, cats have 9 lives, so now she has 8, but we're going to kill a couple more.
Let's do it.
All right, so we've also slightly adjusted her back 3 in 2 different ways. It is slightly slower, and it's range.
Yeah, it's a few frames slower on startup, so now it's more in line with the other back 3s. She actually had the second fastest in the game, so now hers is more in line with the rest of the cast. That'll help situations where she was able to just sort of just throw it out there at whim. Now there's a better chance of doing a double hit string that's going to hit her out of it. And it did advance a little bit further just in general, so it does go a little bit less now.
Right. Before, when she would go down like this, she would actually, as soon as you let it go, she would advance just a little bit, and we've cut that, so the range is slightly less. Still, I mean, it's awesome range. Like, this is a great move. You cannot go wrong doing this, but you're going to have to think about using it slightly more. And one more change, her 142 is awesome. It's a multi-hitting, super fast overhead that splats them for 600 years, and it was plus on block. It is now slightly negative on
Slightly negative block. It's still safe, but it's not something where you do that and then your opponent literally has to just wait for you to either do your down one or your character power or just throw them. So there's a little bit more of a, this is still a very good string, but it's not the predominant string you always want to be using.
Right. She's also now going to recover much closer to you. Before, she was in a position where she's like, I'm in my down one range, hold that. Now she's going to be -3 and right next to you, so she's going to hold, like, in this match, she would be holding his back 3, or back 1, I mean.
Which is pretty good.
His back 1 is a good move.
Rumor has it.
So, while we're here, we could talk about Hal Jordan.
So six lives.
Yeah, she's to 6 lives, which
we're
still
fine.
makes her
still pretty
a great character. Yeah. With Green Lantern, we wanted to look at his damage. It was very, very low, and I think that made sense. The game came out for how versatile he is, but we decided to tone it up just a little bit by adjusting some of the scaling.
Yeah, it's mainly just combo damage scaling has been adjusted on several of the moves. The properties of them haven't changed, but it's just generally you'll hit harder than you did before. And then because of that, it leads into his like very good mix-up game, and it's just like slightly good anti-zoning game, being a little bit more effective just because you're doing more damage.
And that's scaling on like 3 different moves, I think.
Yeah. It's his main combo extenders and combo starters.
The other change is to his Lantern Bomb. Previously, the meter burn one was safe but negative, and the regular one was punishable. That is not the case. Now the regular one is safe, and the meter burn one is actually plus on block.
Yeah, there's still a pretty good gap at the beginning of it. So there are strings where if you're going into it, people are going to be able to see you're doing it and then meter burn back 3 or backdash out of there. But they sort of have to read that it's coming or be able to identify that it's coming.
Right. So previously with this pressure, it's if you thought it was coming, you could blow them up. If you didn't and you blocked it on accident, you could blow them up. Now you got to know it's coming, and you got to make the guess that he's going to do it, and then you can blow him up.
Cool. People seem really happy about that one.
Yeah. Good. I think that's a really cool change for his pressure.
Awesome. Because he doesn't have 9 lives.
No, he does have a willpower ring, the will to be top tier, and that's now powered him up. All right, so let's talk about Lord Grodd, Lord of Apes. That's actually canon. That's in the game. This is Lord of Apes, so you can't criticize him for that.
I can literally criticize you for whatever I want.
That's just more in the game.
You're right.
So with Gorilla Grodd, we essentially we wanted to make his cancels a little bit easier to do. So design kind of changed the way you do them. Yeah,
you can still do them the old way as the middle of doing a stampede, you can hit back, back, or forward to cancel out of it. But now you can also hit the flip stance button or 2 and 3 together to cancel out of the stampedes. So that'll let you, if you're playing on an arcade stick, or if you can hit your triggers really fast. It gives you a different way to cancel. That's not as execution heavy, but the frames are still the same, so it's not as like overbearing as doing it. But now we should be able to do that. And it'll open up his combos a little bit more, where he had very hard cancel combos. That should
look at that. So easy a monkey can do it. We've also adjusted some of the normals. So his 2-2-3 previously had a gap in all 3 hits. Now the gap's only in the 3rd hit. So 2-2 does no gap. And 2-2-3 by itself is now actually safe on block. We also adjusted his mind control to be slightly faster, which means now this actually combos.
Yeah, so he'll be able to he's got a very good down 1, so he'll be able to use his down 1 if he's in character power. into the mind control, and then meter burn that, and then go into his big damage combos.
Yeah. So overall, and there is a change to his back two. That's now neutral instead of plus, and that's because now the cancels are easier to do.
Yeah, essentially he had very good pressure strings off that back two, where you can still it's still essentially the same feeling string, but because most humans couldn't actually do it that fast. But now because it's easier to do, you can actually cancel it on the very first frame. So because of that, the block cancel advantage in that string has been adjusted.
In summary, huge buff for humans, huge nerf for very hard AI Gorilla Grodd.
Yep.
We're always looking at that.
Right.
We don't want AI to go into a tournament.
Well, I maintain that very hard AI could get out of pools. Absolutely, there's no doubt about it.
Fighters approaching Atlantis.
So Ivy actually got an addition to the new move we added in the last balance patch. This improves her wake up game. We're about to see it. She gets a meter burn, bitey and chompy. What is it called? Bitey and chompy blast. I don't remember. Either way, she can meter burn it, and she does this dashing kick. This move is plus on block, but it has a gap. So if the opponent knows you're going to do it, they can interrupt it, and if not, and you do pressure string into it or you wake up into it, you're actually going to be plus.
Yeah, so it gives her a little bit better of a way to wake up now, and she can also just throw that move out to try to pressure back at the opponent.
She also got a couple of quality of life changes. Her down one has been improved, the hitbox is better. Previously, if the opponent was super close and she tried to interrupt, her down one would sometimes only hit like far away and it wouldn't hit up close and it would actually whiff. That's been adjusted. The meter burn vine move has been adjusted to not have as big of a gap until like the last hit. Like some of the middle parts have been cleaned up.
Yeah, it was slightly variable where the gap would be pretty varied on different characters. Now it's been adjusted a little bit, so it should be more even across the board. You can still do it back to back, but if you do it back to back, the opponent can then backdash out of the next one and stuff like that.
And I'm very excited for this. We have adjusted the ground vines. They now do significantly more damage, and they actually turn on bad jumping, which means if you have it on and you're in the vines, if you try to jump out, Starfire will take like a pretty decent amount of damage.
Yeah, so it'll give you some options too. If you got an opponent cornered, you can end the combo early in a juggle state, get that on the ground, and your opponent now is to take some damage to jump out of your command grab setups.
And you can see right there, that's the final damage that it used to do. So it's not tremendous damage. You're not going to take someone's entire life bar, but it's real damage now. They actually will have to be like, I got to get out of this. Whereas before it's like, cool, this is comfy.
Yeah, and on top of that, she'll be doing, because she has multiple hit block strings, so she'll be doing those into like the vine swing move and other things, and because you're forced to block those, you're going to be taking that full damage a lot of the time.
Exactly, because you can't just jump out. So with Starfire, her zoning is awesome. It's some of the best in the game, in my opinion. But her mid-range game was not the greatest, so we wanted to bring that up just a little bit, so if she cannot zone in a matchup, she has a better mid-range. So to that end, we've actually buffed her walk speed, in particular her forward walk. Both, but her forward walk speed, you can see. It feels, you're going to feel it immediately. We've also adjusted, we've looked at her forward 2-2. There's been a lot of talk, oh, like it's not good enough, it's not good enough. Well, it's not mid, it's still a high, but the second hit does a little bit more damage, and she can actually do the grab part on block or whiff. So, what that means is, if the opponent is just stand blocking all the time because it's an overhead, you can commit to the grab and toss them aside.
Yeah.
Now, this is a high-risk option. This is not meant to be like Superman's 4-2-3. Like, if they read the grab and they duck it, she's going to recover for like 10,000 years. Like, she could fly back to Tamaran in the time it takes for that to recover.
And it's a high grab. It's not a mid grab.
Right.
So you have to duck it, but then if they duck it, you can do the overhead.
Exactly, which now does a little bit more damage. So it's going to open up her 4-2 game a little bit with this godlike footsie tool. The other thing is that she can now down one background bounce, which she could not do after about 3 weeks after she came out or so. Either way, that was changed. She still cannot do down one into this, but she can do background bounce if she's near a background bounce thing. This change also applies, we'll talk about it later, to Darkseid and Raiden.
Lord Raiden.
Yep, that's, again, and,
you know what?
And Darkseid.
Sure.
We got some lords here.
Sure.
So, yeah, those characters, all three characters now can do a down one background bounce.
Cool.
All right, and next will be Supergirl. I think everyone's excited about this one.
I think we gave her some really nice buffs.
Yeah.
Fighters approaching Gotham City.
Maybe with the buffs we're about to get her, she can actually finally win a tournament.
Heard that.
I'm just kidding. She won SCR. Everyone calm down. Alright, so with Supergirl, we wanted to adjust her down 1. And to do that, we have made it slightly slower. She now has a 9-frame down 1. Ruinated. Oh my god, I'm gonna get ruinated. Yeah, she's dead.
I'm looking.
Alright, yeah, so.
We're on like a 30-second delay, so we'll see in a second.
Alright, now, she still has a super fast down 2. So if you're up close and you're doing a poke battle, you can still use down 2. 9 frames is not the end of the world, but in the mid-range, this is going to be a little bit less weaker. It's still obviously huge range. It's going to go under stuff. It's going to be great, but it'll be a little bit slower.
Yeah, it's still a very good tool to low-profile things that are incoming. When you can see them coming, it's just not as fast as it used to be. So now there's a little bit more of a risk to just throwing out down one, and going into breath. It also gives like her stand 1 into like 1-1 up 3, a little bit more of something you can use in punish situations where the down 1 will no longer punish now.
Yeah. Another change to her is we looked at her walking laser character power. And previously, this was like what I call a why not move, where if you have full character power, there's no not to do this. It does a lot of damage on hit. It does good shift damage. So one thing we did is it now actually takes a bar of super meter to use as well. So you're going to use more resources. It remains a tremendous move that you can't go wrong using. But in like end of round, end of game scenarios where you just want to chip them out, you just want to throw it out and hope you win for free, you're now actually thinking about your super meter as well. So you're going to have less for Clash, less for meter burn teleport, less for meter burn back 3, less for meter burn breath if you're using this every single time.
So less meter for meter burn moves.
Yes. Well, previously it wasn't a meter burn move. There was also a change to her 1-1-2, which you can expect.
Initially, that move had a very strange block stun, and you were left really close to the opponent. And now the block stun is more in line with how it should feel. So the frames in it are about the same. It's slightly. I believe it was like +3, now it's +2, so it's slightly more negative. But it's more about just the feeling of it isn't as strange, where she's just like inside of your character, and now you got to guess whether or not she's going to do down 1 or meter burn back.
Yeah, you can see here she's not. She's always right there. She's not like sliding into them. And her straight laser is no longer plus on block. The other lasers are not affected. It's just the straight laser.
It's just a straight laser.
Right. So let's go to Aquaman, who's rising from the depths. He's back. He was drowning. And now he's back. Was that too much? That was just the right amount.
So his regular scoop in the previous version of the game, it would knock you away. Where now the regular scoop will knock you over, so you can use that to switch sides of combos. But then the meter burn one does a different reaction now. That makes it a little bit easier to combo afterwards, and it does open up his combos into varying things you can do for different enders. It should be a little bit more of like ways to just do whatever combos you want to do, as opposed to just there just being one combo that's the most effective combo that someone can do.
What if you can't do any combo?
Your back 3s have been pretty bad today.
Just do stand 3 into down back 2. That's it.
Also, the big thing here too is he doesn't have to do the down 2 anymore, and down 2's add a ton of damage scaling. So this is going to up his damage potential a little bit. He still is not going to get a combo off this. He's not going to be this. He hits this and he gets 30%. But this will help his combos if he makes a right read on a jump in, or if he doesn't punish.
Yeah, and it's something that's still very unsafe on block. So it's something where you have to be very good at hit confirming, or you can throw it out there when you're going to just risk whether or not it's going to hit.
Cool. Excellent. So we got some Aquaman getting a little help.
Yeah. Then we are going to talk about Black Adam. We'll just talk about him.
Okay.
The only thing we wanted to change about Black Adam was his character power pressure. So the change is there are 3 more frames of recovery if he's not using it in a combo. You can kind of explain how that works.
Yeah, so if you just threw it out there, it was a move that recovered very, very fast. Well, now, because of those extra frames there, you might have a more advantage to sort of sneak in and get in a hit on him when he's trying just to activate character power on Wake Up, which I've seen a lot of people do when people are in front of him. You just throw it out there, and he's essentially safe on block. Where now, because of those extra frames, you might get a punish there. And there was also a lot of his strings. He would end up at very advantageous pressure when he canceled into it. Now, when you're canceling into those, you're going to have less frames on the block.
Right. For example, forward 1-2 character power is +6 in the version you guys are playing now. Will now be +3. So all those have been bumped out. They're still going to be good. He's still going to get pressure, but it's not as overwhelming. And to be clear, on hit, if he hits 1 and he goes into character power on hit, it behaves exactly the same. So
your combos are essentially the same. And a couple of his strings, like his 1-1-3, has had just the cancel advantage on the change. So if you're going 1-1-3 into character power now, it's not going to have the tremendous block advantage it had before, where it's going to have less now.
Right. It's still plus. So he's not ruinated. He did not say Shazam and turn to an old man and wither away and die. He said Shazam and lost 5% of his power. So everyone relax. You look tense right there, like you were just nervous.
People seem really relaxed.
Okay. All right. So then we're going to talk about Bane. With Bane, the Mercenary's elbow is now less punishable.
Yeah, it's not something where the move is now safe. It's just it has a little bit better recovery, so you can sort of, if you throw it out and the opponent's doing a delayed wake up, you get up a little bit quicker from it. So there's less of a chance your opponent just getting up and then smacking you with the hard hitting your combo or back three. It recovers a little bit faster, and also recovers a little bit faster on block. And because he rolls away, it makes it where you sort of have to know your punishes. You're not just going to be able to throw whatever and punish it.
Right, like you're not going to be able to sit there, see that it's blocked, get a soda, and then do like a back three. You're going to have character-specific punishes.
He lays there for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of his strings, like his forward one, will now always knock you down on both grounded and airborne opponents, where previously it only knocked on air opponents. And because that button is, it's actually +7 on block, you can stare. And if it hits your opponent, they're going to be knocked down now, and they have to get up into the essentially the Bane mixer.
And finally, we'll talk. Is that churning butter?
That's the Bane mixer.
He's mixing.
I don't think Bane would churn butter.
He's actually a world-renowned baker.
Oh, all right. Well,
Lore Minute.
would you like to try my pie? Anyway, we're gonna get in.
Your impressions today are top-notch.
Thank you.
Oh, let's go to Raiden.
All right, so Raiden, the biggest change in my opinion, what I'm excited about is his shocker is now safe on block, which is huge. You can now into block string, into a safe shocker. Down one shocker is now safe. So Raiden is already a high damaging character. That's definitely his best character trait. Now, if he wants to do it, he doesn't commit to something unsafe. There's also been a couple changes the design made to some of his strings.
Yeah, so some of his strings, like his 2-1 down 3, will push your opponent away a little bit less on hit. So it'll let you confirm into multiple things you couldn't before, like his down back 2 meter burn will now always hit instead of missing on some characters. And it'll also let you do 2-1 down 3 bounce cancel, which will lead to big boy damage.
Big boy damage.
Godlike damage.
Yeah.
I like big boy.
And then
Shrugs.
because of those rating improvements, you might see more Kid Thunders out there on the internet.
That's right.
Oh, Kid Thunder, huh? Ooh. What? How we doing on? Is that?
That's it.
Oh, and this just in. Turtles just got those. Lots of
buffs.
We'll have to go over those another time. I mean, we took everything the chat said and just put them into nerfs.
All right, yeah, so. That's it. Not a lot of huge changes here. I mean, I can only speak for myself. I'm very happy with the state of the game.
Yeah, I think it's really great. I think, again, touched the characters who really may need a little help or just down a little bit, and it seemed to have worked really well. This will be live for you all tonight. Xbox One, PS4. Yep. That's off the record. So keep that
I don't know why you keep saying that when it couldn't be more on the record. We're literally live.
It's literally recorded and
yeah.
there's witnesses.
No, the rule is once you say off the record, it's off the record.
Thousands of witnesses.
Thousands. Okay. So thank you all. Are we good there?
Yeah, there's also been a lot of fixes and stuff. Like being able to select ins in tournament mode, I think will be a big plus. A lot of people where people wanted to use reverse flash, or you might start seeing Bizarro out there because some of the character premiere skins will actually have some small nuances to their characters. So like Bizarro has slightly different restands as Superman does. So the gameplay will slightly adjust there. So being able to use those premiere skins will add another complexity.
And that adds another layer of excuses when people lose. If you play Superman, you could go play Sonic Fox, beat him, and then he'll be like, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, he's had years of Superman training, but he didn't have Bizarro training.
So you can get that win.
Get that W.
Yep.
Again, there's probably a lot of minutia stuff we didn't talk about yet that will be in the patch notes, which will hopefully happen at some point today. Just follow our Twitter. We'll link you to the forums from there. I want to thank everyone for joining us. Paulo, thank you for joining and talking about the patch. Burke, thanks for manning the desk.
Anytime.
Steve, as usual.
Oh, always fun.
10 out of 10. You were a 10 out of 10 today.
Cool, thanks.
I hope you guys loved watching the Turtles. We're very happy to bring them to you. And if you have the early editions, the Ultimates and whatnot, you'll be playing them on Tuesday, plus a Multiverse if you want to try them out. I'm very excited for you guys to try the Turtles.
I have a question.
Yep.
What are the odds that I can convince you to, on the count of 3, to end the stream with a turtle power?
I think it's pretty good.
Maybe.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Wait. Are we going on 3 or
Oh my god.
Are we going on 3 or go?
Wait, did we cover all the Mercy shoutouts when Derek was here?
Oh, there was like 4 pages.
Okay.
We could recap them since
I'm
you weren't.
not.
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Turtle power!